Teresa, can I just say it one time? Please, one time. Just for old time's sake. I gotta get your permission. Can I say it just one time?
Say it. Go ahead.
Dr. Teresa Ode. Dr.
That's
Teresa Ode.
okay.
Yes, yes, yes. Woo! For those who don't know, when Nicole would introduce her, that's the kind of the way he said it. Said it like Dr. Teresa Ode. And so, because of that, I kind of just wanted to say Dr. Teresa Ode, but then Jock would be like, Eric, she told you her name is Dr. Teresa. I'm like, no, it's Dr. Teresa. Eric, she says Dr. Teresa. I don't know why you're gonna keep telling the lady's name. She told you Dr. Teresa. So it took me a while to have to let it go because I'm like, nah, I was so proud because I was trying to get the Nicole accent and everything. But thank you, Dr. Teresa.
Hey, Eric, that's like when they used to call Dr. Mary Dr. Marie.
Dr. Marie, yeah. It's like some people call it Dr. Murray with the youth. It's like that E just throws everybody off. But anyway, I'm saying thank you for the amazing introduction. Thank you for what you're doing. Thank you. You know, you just everybody just reminded me and sparked me. And thank you, Uncle Jock, for amazing pass the ball segment. And it's kind of odd listening to you saying what we was talking about yesterday because I was talking, but I'm listening to the people. I'm like, man, I'm picking up nuggets. I'm like taking notes. Like Tony Burke, like I can take notes from the people be telling what they got out of it today. Are y'all with me?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna give y'all a short version, but I'm gonna upload that training and I'll put it in the group. So if y'all want to get it, listen to the groups. It was a long session. We actually did a long work session yesterday, pretty much going over the psychology of growing your business, the psychology really of growing yourself. You know, I call it too small to call it. So my title was too small to call it. That's what we started with, too small to call it. And what I meant by too small to call it, most of us, our business is too small to call it. It's too small to call it quits. Our business is not big enough yet to make a decision. You know, I have a goal. We just crossed over to 300 licensed agents, but I'm looking at, okay, 300 licensed agents does this for me. 300 licensed agents give me a six-figure, 100,000 plus income. But if I want to get to $1 million, I've got to turn that 300 to 3,000. So I'm thinking 3,000 is not a big number. So in my head, 3,000 is not a big number. That's 300. If everybody gets 10 people, and then somebody's going to get more. When is 3,000 going to happen? I don't know. My goal, I got to push to 3,000 in the next 30 days. Like, how cool is it that we got an opportunity to take our business from 100 to $1 million? How many people can walk in their job with the six-figure good job? I got the six-figure job. And how many of y'all can say next year you're going to be making $1 million? How many of y'all got a job like that? I'll wait. How many of y'all got a job that says,
I did.
huh?
I did 34 years at UPS and I was still waiting on it to come. It never came.
It
I
ain't
gotta
30.
get out of here. I can make it. They told me work 10 more years and I'll make an extra $1,000. I was
So,
like, what?
did y'all hear that? You say after 34 years, work another 10 years, you'll make an extra 1,000.
Extra $1,000 a month in my pension. I was like, forget that. I've been exposed now to too many opportunities, and I know I'll make $1,000 somewhere along the line. I can make that on my own.
And that's a good job. That's UPS. That's one of those good solid jobs with 34 years. Most people can't do 34 years or nothing. Just living to age 34 is a magic trick. Are y'all with me? Let alone 34 years as a career. So think about it. How many of y'all got a career where you can be making 20,000? You know, Tawana, you talk about the gentleman at IHOP. I don't know what he makes, but we all kind of got a ballpark of what an IHOP waitress makes, right? Can they go from that ballpark of 18 to 25,000, maybe 30, depends on how good they are. Can they go from that to six figures? Probably not. I don't care you worked there 25 years. Eric, but my customers love me. I got the gold standard. I'm the best of the best. It doesn't allow you to jump, but we can. We can take somebody who last year made $5,000, and this year you can make 300. Whoa, Eric. Ladies and gentlemen, We got a business model that some of y'all who made $500 in the last 2 years, you made $500 in the last 2 years. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. Some of y'all maybe in 3 years, you made 500 in 3 years. But do y'all realize next year you got the opportunity to go from 500 in 3 years to possibly 500,000 in the next 2? Where they do that at? So what stops people from making that jump? I call it too small to call. Your business is too small for you to decide how your business operates. But guess what? Human nature, we do it anyway. Human nature, we're going to do it anyway. Because what happens? If I'm making 500 and through 2 years, it took me 2 years to make $500, 2 years to make $5,000. You know what? I got to survive. I'm not that person. I'm not that. Your ego kicks in. Now you're egoing. And so your ego tells you you're better than this. See, can I share something with you? Can I be transparent? What separates the champions from the middle contenders? What separates the champions from the people who become fans? Fans are short for fanatics. Thank you, Tawana. Tawana said, yes, I can give y'all the real deal. See, what separates the champions? See, the champions, when they don't win and the ego kicks in, they go get better. The champions, when they start seeing that something is slipping, they go get better. Like, oh man, I lost. Oh man, this ain't working. They go get better. That's only 5%. The 5%ers. The other 95% of the population. Now, I pray we got all the 5%ers on this line. But the other 95% of the population, I don't care what it is, whether it's music, entertainment, sports, doctors, school, college, the other people, what they typically do, the other 95%, when things get tough and the ego kicks in and it's not working, instead of getting better, they get out. Ooh. I'm gonna let that one sit. Instead of getting better, they get out. They get out the game. Oh, this ain't for me. You know, Eric, this ain't for me. Well, what's for you? I don't know. I'm going back to school. I can't tell you in the last year how many adults over 40, I heard over 50, I heard going back to school. What are you doing? Going back to school. For what?
Right.
Can somebody be transparent? Why does somebody go back to school? What's the purpose of going back to school, y'all?
To get either certifications or something that can get them more money, hopefully.
Bingo, more money. I'm going to learn something so I can go back out and get more money. Period. Let's call it what it is. You're going back to school so you can learn something that's going to hopefully generate you more revenue. So I see people that they quit. Eric, I can't do this. I'm going back to school. Well, I'm going to become an electrician. I'm going to become a pediatrician. I'm going to get my engineering degree. I'm going to get this. I'm going to get that. Why? So I can now go apply for a job, go apply for something so I can now generate more money.
Yep.
But this ain't for them. But you go back to school and spend 2 years, 4 years, wherever you are. But you want to give yourself 2 years, 4 years for your own self, for your own business. You don't want to come over here and give it 2 years in an Xperts university. We got a university. You go in your back office, there's a university. Coming over here, the number one daily meeting for CEOs of Planet is a university. Are you taking notes like you would be in a classroom? I keep telling y'all, do y'all take notes like you're in a classroom? Or do you come over here to be entertained? See, I get entertained. I love it. Y'all entertain me sometimes. I watch y'all. Y'all are very entertaining. Okay? Money going to be thinking no matter what you do, right? Tawana's going to come on here and have had the platinum locks flowing, right? It's entertaining. Tony Burke's going to be on the move sometimes. It's entertaining. Troy's going to be right there. He got the Xperts logo. You think Troy's at Xperts headquarters. It's entertaining. Marcella's going to come in and tell you about her cousin, right? Dr. Teresa's going to come in here and tell you about her new recruit. Best that she got the new recruit. This is the best that ever did it, right? Nicole's gonna come on and tell you, man, y'all don't know struggle. I got struggle. I seen struggle before. Are y'all starting to get this? Susan, when she comes in, hey y'all, I'm at work. Don't call on me right now, right? and tell me when I'm off now. Am I getting it? Erskine's gonna come on here when he's able to speak. Hey y'all, I'm at the job right now. Listen, it's like his camera's laying down on the tape. Listen, ain't this the angle, Erskine angle? Listen, y'all right on point.
Man, you funny as hell.
Yeah, Andy gonna hit you with the smooth voice. Yeah, y'all saying it good there. There's an old proverb that says a wise guy, and Andy's gonna give you some wisdom, isn't she?
Yeah.
Right? Then Andy gonna tell you, hey y'all, I ain't falling out the car, right? Man, this is great happen. My family ain't jacked, they ain't following me, but I ain't quitting.
Yes,
That's Danny.
Right?
that's that.
That's Danny. So think about it. We got some characters. This is entertaining, but guess what? It's also educational.
Yep.
It's so educational. So what am I telling you? I'm telling you that the successful people, they don't quit. They don't fall out. They get better. Y'all are still here. So Jock asked me to share a little bit. I'm gonna upload that video and get it out to you for the training. But I just want to share a little bit what I'm talking about. Too small to call. And I probably can't diagram it because I don't have the thing to do it. But we talked about a lot. But I'm just going to talk about one piece. Let me see what piece I'm going to talk about. Give me a second.
The numbers.
The numbers. How to get to your numbers?
No, the numbers.
1 through 10.
10.
Okay, I'm gonna do the 1 through 10. 1 through 10. What it is, and say 10 is at the top. 10 would be the person who you think is like the president. I am that guy, right? Think about the person who's the most confident person in the world. That's 10. It don't gotta be the most confident, but you know they confident. CEO that confident. And y'all remember the cheerleader that wasn't a cheerleader that confident? Anyway, so let me say that that's confident. One is a person like, I ain't no, you'll never governor of the try, you'll never make it. And you can tell, are y'all with me? So let's just say a scale of 1 to 10. How you see yourself. Now remember, I want you to understand this scale is pertaining to Xperts Financial Group, insurance, okay? Being an agent. Because see, sometimes over here, you might not be on that same scale, right? If somebody asked me to put me in front of a pilot on a plane, and I'm like, oh, brother, I don't do planes. Me and height don't mix. So I might be a 1 or 2 over there when you try to make me a pilot, right? Now, if my life depended on it, heck, I'm gonna move on up to an 8 or 9. Hey, I need to figure out how to fly this plane because I'm not just going to crash. It's going to kick in. You know what I mean? So if my life depends on it, I might elevate. But just off the break, I'm cool with staying at 1 or 2 because I'm gonna let somebody else fly the plane, right? I'm not going to try to get a pilot license. So what I'm saying to you is people can be different things in different categories. Are y'all with me? So let's talk about over here, being an insurance agent, running your own business. On a scale of 1 to 10, people are some are different places. Now, how do you know where they are? By having a conversation, by the word tracks they use, by the words they use. Are y'all with me? I'm a role player. I'm gonna be a person. Somebody tell me who's recruited somebody or was out recruiting somebody lately? Who's talked to somebody about the business lately? Who can share their conversation? They talked about somebody about the business lately.
I can.
Okay, so Marcella's going to tell us about the conversation she had with somebody. Y'all tell me in the chat, where do y'all think that person see themselves? Talk to us, Marcella. Tell us about your person you recruited.
This young lady, I recruited her. She signed up, and about a week or 2 later, she decided that she wanted to wait. So I started doing follow-ups because we had talked about following up with the clients. And she tells me that now she's living in a hotel. And I was like, well, now is the time that, you have time to really work on doing the insurance. And she was like, girl, I ain't finna be trying to do this because I ain't good at sales. I was like, it ain't about the sales, it's about educating the people and then giving them a choice.
How did she respond to that?
She didn't say anything else after that.
Did she, okay, so let me ask this question. So what the living, when she said live in a hotel, why did she say she live in a hotel? What does that got to do with anything?
Because the job, the new job that she took isn't paying her the money that she thought she was gonna be making.
Okay, cool. All right, y'all. So on a scale of 1 to 10, where do y'all think that person sees themselves right here at Xperts? And this is somebody who joined the business, signed up.
Yes.
All right, she filled out the AOA. Where do y'all think she sees herself on a scale of 1 to 10?
2. She signed up, so I'm gonna give her that credit.
All right, so we got a 1.
A 6.
You said a 6.
A 1.
1.
I'm saying 2,
Two.
but she's really 1.
You're saying 2 because she signed up. You just never know. 1, 2. Okay. I'm gonna go with the high number. Troy, why would you say that person sees herself as a 6?
She finally saw the value in what we do. And she realized she had no other options.
Well, she's quitting. She ain't doing nothing. She signed up before and then stopped.
That's just
You feel she's like
that might be a situational thing right there, and just a matter of time for her to actually grasp or get her hands around, have enough education to know exactly how to move forward.
I like that. So Troy sees her as a 6. Now, here's the thing about these scales, ladies and gentlemen. It's all preference, right? There's no, and the scale is relative to you. And I'm glad you said, Troy. The scale you see somebody at is typically relatively to you and with your ability. So Troy feels his ability. What I'm hearing Troy saying for real, Troy thinks you have the ability, Troy, to educate this girl and work with her and move her up the ladder.
If I stay close enough to her and she actually, answers the phone and stays in contact with me, or if I can reach her,
okay,
so have enough conversations with her, she'll get
it. Now,
But Troy,
on the other hand,
Eric, can I say this?
yes,
Troy, I can't get her to get on the calls. I reach out to her daily. I do.
so,
But like Eric said, we for people that don't have that motivation, you just got to move on.
yep. So
if she ain't answering the phone, that might have dropped it down to a 3.
So it might drop down. But so here's the thing. Even if she answers the phone, so I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna give y'all y'all ready for some tough love here. It's relative, but I'm telling you, that person probably sees herself as a 1 or 2, maybe 3. So whatever you range is somewhere around there. So here's the thing. Because over here, she's like 1, she told me her job made her leave, so she got to move in a hotel, okay? So she had to live in a hotel because she wasn't making the money she wasn't. So she put preference on her job and her career. That's what she's focused on. Over here, she doesn't see over here yet as a way for her to get out of her situation, right? So I may see this could be a way for her to get out of the situation. This could very well be a way for her to get out of the situation, but right now she doesn't see it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm trying to tell you, when somebody sees themselves, typically, if you're looking at a scale, 3 to 4 and down, it's hard for them it takes a lot of effort to get them to move up. Anybody can move up the ladder, but it takes a lot of effort, and you have to be that person willing to pour in the effort to help somebody move up the ladder from 3 to 4. The lower they go down on the scale, the harder it is to move them up. Are y'all with me? Because the ladder is a self, is with how they see themselves. How do you tell how people see themselves? By the words they use. See, there's a scripture in the Bible says, it's not what goes into the man that defines them, it's what comes out.
What comes out.
The words they use. How do they see themselves? So as we understand the input can determine the output. But some reason her input, well, she's an adult over 18. Do you have the time to try to erase all the things that happened in that person's life? Is that what you're destined to do? Is that your job? See, I'm telling you, we're a life insurance agent building a business. That ain't my job. Are y'all with me?
Mhm.
See, if I go into the military, I got to take a test. I got to be physically fit. If I'm not, they're not going to take me. Well, man, I want to be in the military. Eric, you're too old. No, but this is what I want to do. No, you don't qualify. You can't pass the test. See, every occupation can't take everybody. Will they give you a license, a life insurance license, if you can't pass the test? Will they just give it to you because you want it?
No.
No, they don't give you a license just because you want it. Until you pass that test, will Experian pay you until you put your banking information and get E&O insurance?
No.
No, sir.
So here's the thing. There's requirements for what we do. And part of the requirements to be successful, they gotta want to do this. Are y'all hearing me? They gotta believe that they can do this. See, so some of us are operating, and why do we do that? Human nature says we typically like to recruit the people that we feel we have influence over. So if I see myself as a 6 or 7, I'm trying to be a 6 or 7, I'm typically going to recruit people 3 to 4 levels below me for the most part. That's why I feel comfortable. That's a human nature comfort zone. So if I think I'm a 6, I'm probably going out there recruiting 3s, 4s, 2s, 1s. Man, because you know what? If I can get them, we can just get it together and I can just feel that's what happens. And so some of y'all got a whole team full of 3s and 2s, 1s. So now if I'm a 6 and I recruit a 4, who are they going to go out and recruit? 2. And so now you got a team of not champions, you got a team of just people who here. And you got to try to fight them to get on the phone. You got to try to fight them to get on the line. You got to try to fight. Are y'all with me?
Yeah.
And yeah, you struggle. Eric, my team. No, it ain't your team, it's you. You have assembled that. That's what you went out and got. I don't care. Even if you're the Dallas Cowboys, God bless them. Do you think they just recruit any football player out there? Seriously, whether you like him or not, or they're recruiting professional athletes?
No, sir.
Professional athletes.
They're recruiting the best of the best. People, I don't like Dak Prescott. I don't like Zeke. Whatever. Do y'all know when Zeke, when he was in college at Ohio State, he was the bomb. Are y'all with me? They're not just getting anybody. You may think that's what they got. There's Brian. They don't just get. No professional team just gets anybody. You got to be the best of the best, and then you got to go in training camp and try to win. Are y'all with me? They bring in. They only gonna have 53 men on the team on the roster. It's a 53-man roster. They start training camp maybe about 120, 150, and they're gonna get rid of 100 of them. And they only bringing in the top professional quality players and still going to get rid of 100. That's how they run a professional organization. So what are you bringing in? So are y'all with me? See, that range from maybe 6 to 8, that 6 to 8 person, you can move a 6 up to an 8 or 9 a little bit ease. Because you just got to get them the right skills, the right training, the right education. You get them the right motivation. You get them to see themselves a little bit better. It's easy. The 6s show up. The 7s show up. Are y'all with me? They show up. And then they show up long enough for it to click. And everybody has their own scale. So what I may see as an 8, somebody else, Frank or Jamie, may see that person. Oh, Eric, that person's like a 3 or 4, man. You see that person's an 8. That person's like a 3 or 4 on my scale. I'm looking for $1 million earners. Man, Jamie's on the mission. He's like, I'm trying to look for people making $1 million or more. I'm out here looking for $1 million earners. If you made $1 million, that's what I'm looking for. He ain't looking for people making 100,000. I get it. That's his scale. Are y'all with me? Some of y'all scale is, I'm looking for anybody who's breathing. Are you breathing? Are you breathing? Are you breathing? Can you breathe? That's cool. But then guess what they're looking for? Somebody else with a pulse. You got a pulse. You don't even have to breathe. You just got to have a pulse. You got a pulse. You got a pulse. You got a pulse. Are y'all catching that? You get to decide how you run your business. That's what I'm talking about when the different scales are, right? And it's not good or bad. That person can be a 2 over here, But over there, she's like, I'm looking for my career. We don't know where her career is. She's like, I'm looking for this over here. Are y'all with me? She may see herself as a 7 over there, 8 over there. But here's the thing. Let me let y'all on this little bonus. Do y'all know when you start to go from 8 or above, you know what they come with? Everybody has it, just so y'all know. Everybody has this as the ego. Everybody has the ego. But when you start building a team of leaders, guess what you're going to have to become? An ego stroker. I'm just letting y'all know. You want to lead a team of champions? You better be able to stroke a good ego. Phil Jackson, how you think he got? Yeah, Dennis Rodman, yeah, Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen. To this day, years later, I don't know how long they've been retired. Years later, Scottie Pippen's still mad at his ego at Michael Jordan. He's still beefing. Like, bro, get over. Y'all, how long y'all been retired? Michael Jordan then bought a team, sold a team. And your ego still in a way. Are y'all with me? So imagine having them in the prime. You had to be a good coach with these egos, this talent. Heck, let me share something with you. Stephen Short. You know how Stephen Short calls me? Yo, bro, man, what you doing? You 2 minutes late. You're a minute late. You're 30 seconds late, brother. What is it, man? Because I'm black, bald-headed. Man, you got my look. You're copying my look. You got the glasses and the bald head. You're copying my look. His ego's up to here. So I got to stroke his ego. Are y'all with me? You got to stroke the ego. Marcella, she got an ego. Man, them Dallas Cowboys are going to do something this year. Yeah, they really are, Marcella. I think you're right. I think they're going to do something. Are y'all catching that? Like, some of y'all get egos too. You gotta, but guess what? A good coach has to, and the higher quality. Some people like, hey man, but they don't listen to you. Okay, the better the talent, they probably feel they don't need nobody coaching. So you got to figure out a different style of coaching them. Are y'all with me? You can't just tell them what to do. They're grown adults, and they think they're better than you anyway. Because champions always think they're the best boxer, don't they? You look at a champion, they think they're better than the coach. You show me one champion who thinks they ain't better than the coach, I'm going to show you somebody who don't think they're a champion. LeBron James thinks he's better than the coach. People always say, LeBron getting the coach fired. LeBron's want to decide who I want coaching me. But how that one guy gets because his ego is so big, right? But guess what? He's won championship to the Lakers. He's won championships to Miami. He won championships. Call it what you want. He's winning championships. Well, guess what? But you realize it ain't just LeBron who got an ego on the team. It's a whole bunch of other people on the team got egos. How can you coach that? So what am I saying? You say, Eric, am I trying to give people egos? I don't know. It depends on how big you want to get your business. But if you want your business to stay small, you keep getting people who don't see themselves well. You want your business to grow big? Build it with people from that 6 to 10. Now, here's the thing about the people who come in at 1 or 2. Here's the magic sauce. If somebody sees themselves as a 1 or 2, you know what you're really supposed to be doing? Y'all don't want to hear it. Can I tell y'all the truth? So I know my time clock's regular. I need y'all to type in yes if y'all really want the truth. Because I can't lie to y'all and see y'all down the road. If somebody sees themselves as a 1 or 2, don't mean you don't recruit them. But typically, do 1 or 2s know somebody else who might be a 3 or 4 or 5 or 6? You gotta
Yes.
Yes, sir.
If you do a good onboarding, you get the list, and then they will send you to somebody who's a 3 or 4. On their list is going to be some 1s and 2s and 3s, but on their list is going to be some 4s and 5s or 6s. And how do you know? When you call a list with them or for them, the way they talk. Nah, I'm not a salesperson. Okay, that's the 1 who got me another 1. Okay, cool. Click next. Yeah, hey, I'm calling on behalf of Billy Bob. Billy Bob said I should call. He said you're business minded. Business minded? I don't do business. What do you mean? I don't do no business. I'm on a fixed income. I ain't got time for the business. Okay, click. Hey, I'm calling because Billy Bob said you're business minded and that you might be open to a business. Nah, man, I don't know why he told you that, man. I'm unemployed right now. Y'all hire him? Nope. Okay, click. Hey, Billy Bob said you might be business minded. Oh, yeah. I mean, I've been thinking about that. You know, I've been working on my government job for the last 20 years and thinking about what I'm going to do after retirement. Hey, man, you might be open to have a conversation. Sure, I'm open. Thank you. Let's set up a time. Bam. See, that one may have a team of ones and twos and threes, but somewhere along that list, they got some fours and fives and sixes. See, when you get good with your skills, you don't matter if some ones don't do nothing because they're going to lead you to somebody who's going to lead you to somebody. And somebody say, Eric, well, you're using people. No, I'm not. Because when you go through that person and you hit that 5 or 6 who's looking for an opportunity, did you use them or did you just help that person down the line get an opportunity? See, I don't look like Relly. I never felt that Relly used me. I felt that he blessed me. See, some of y'all, the mindset is different. And I'm gonna get out of here. Your mindset is different. Like, well, I'm calling this, I'm just using them. No, I'm going down the road and blessing somebody who's looking for a blessing like this right here. And sometimes you got to get through them through the people on your team. Myron and Tasso knew Relly, who knew me, right? Who knew Troy? Who I knew Jock. Jock knew Raza. Are y'all with me? Raza knew Carmen. You think Carmen, during crossed over 200,000 in income on her own pen, you think she's talking about, oh, y'all use me? Or you think she's saying, man, y'all blessed me with an opportunity to make 200,000? But isn't she tap rooting through somebody, through somebody, through somebody, through somebody, through somebody? See, don't make your business too small. Your business is already too small to call it. Until your business gets about 500 to 1,000 agents, you really can't tell what it's going to do. My business is too small for me to really say, this is what it's going to do. This, I know, I see it, but I can't make no judgments right now. See, that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Stay out of judgment zone of your business and just keep building it and keep building it and keep building it and keep building it. I ain't got enough people, Eric, you know, this is what happens. I don't know. No, I don't. It's not enough numbers. We're going to go into election season. I'm going to wrap up with this. In the election season, when they go on polling people, they don't just go poll 5 people. You can walk up to 5 people and say, I love Trump. You can walk up to another 5, I love Kamala. It's not enough people to decide what's the general population. Is that making sense? Your business is not big enough to make a general statement. I don't care how good you are, but we're human beings and we will, because it strokes our ego, makes us feel like, well, you know, I don't want to be doing this business because I ain't making no money. You know, I should use my time over here because I can never get my time back. And it makes you feel good, but it doesn't make you any damn money. So with that being said, I'm going to pass it back to Troy Gandy. Troy, can you take the relay for us, sir?
Thank you. I appreciate you and all your wisdom that you add each and every morning that you bring to us. I apologize for that break-in, but it was a trigger. You started off with such a hot nugget, it had my mouth on fire. I had to get it out. So with that being said, we gonna go. Where'd everybody go? Let me see here. Well, I gotta get back to my gallery so I can see everybody. Jeez, they keep changing my screen up in here. All right. So we got the recap relay, and we ready. We know how that goes. Everybody just jumps in, they put their hand up, and they let us know exactly who is ready to run. And it ain't about necessarily running to finish, because we all know that we got to take our whole team with us. And that being said, who is ready to run? First relay runner. Is there a hand up? Because I still can't see it.
Dr. Teresa.
Dr. Teresa, first leg, let's go, let's go.
Yes,
Thank you, Tawana.
yes. Talking about number 1 to 10. I tell you all, when I started, I felt like I was a 1, okay, because I didn't know anything about business, and as educators, people come to us, right? So now me going to people, I didn't see myself like that at all. But at the same time, too, as an educator, people come to us with all levels of skills, students, okay? And we cannot pick and choose who we want to teach. So that's the same mindset that I translated with recruiting. I know sometimes, those who come on so quickly, they go out so quickly too. At the same time, some who come quickly, they still stay. Just like Mr. Eric said, we don't know. And it's the same thing, with people. When they come, we don't know who is going to scale from that 1 to 8 and even 10. So we just got to give people opportunity. And I consider myself like somebody gave me an opportunity. Who am I to stop?
Ooh, Dr. Teresa, can I help
Another
you with something?
person.
Can I share something with you though?
Yes.
I remember you got on this call, and I don't know how long you have been in business, but I can tell you right now, you may thought yourself as a one, but how many of y'all, just from what y'all know, Dr. Teresa, how many of y'all, if y'all met Dr. Teresa and start asking questions, how many of y'all would label her as a one?
Never.
Never.
See, Dr. Teresa, you might felt you as a one over here, but the words you use, the way you talk, you first of all, you're a doctor. First of all, that means you're somebody, you didn't just stop. There's something that once you took you past regular school to another school to another, you follow me? And the words you talk, the way you speak, you wouldn't say, I can't do this. You don't have I've never, you may not felt that I know the information. There's a difference between I don't know things yet, but I'm going to learn it versus I can't. See, some people, there's a difference. So I want you to understand. The ones say, I can't. I'm not this. I ain't this. I ain't going to do this. They put, you know what I mean? You never probably said, I can't. You probably said, I didn't know. I don't know this just yet, but you ain't gonna, I don't hear Dr. Teresa, just your personality is not going to say, I can't.
No, not at all.
That's what I'm saying. So your skill level might have been at a one, but your internal level, your mindset it was not a one. You was never.
Right.
I
Right.
don't think you came to the
Absolutely.
United States as a one. Just letting you know. I don't think you came to this country as a one. Your skill level might have been a one. There's a difference between skill level, y'all. But your mindset is what I'm talking about.
Right.
Nah,
Right.
you wasn't a one. All we need to do is show
Absolutely.
you the skills and show you how to get it done, and you're going to get it done. That's where you are. You was never a one. Sorry.
Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you all.
All right, all right. That being said, we got a man that's up there, he's got his head shining, and he's ready to take the baton in the zone. Come on, money.
Brother Eric, that slander, man. What you said about me earlier. But it made me think of something about the regulation and how people fall out of business. When I was in the mortgage business, it had big requirements, but very small. Once they tightened the restrictions and the regulations, 90% of people got out of business because just of the regulations. And sometimes the regulations sometimes force people out of things because they can't qualify to do the things that they wanted to do. Because sometimes how you say your desire is something, but do you have the requirements to get it done? And the other thing for me, I've always been that type of say, give me the information, because then I'm gonna make a decision from there. Because I always thought I'm that dude. Even from when I was small, I was like, I'm that guy. Cause I didn't run with a pack. I used to say call myself a one-man gang. Cause I don't need nobody else to be successful. I can do myself. I can do the best I can. I can attract people to me. That's why I
All
always
right, all
thought.
right. Thanks for bringing it in the zone. We know what's happening right there. And we's giving it on off to none other than Silverlocks, Miss Tawana Chisley.
Yeah, this diagram just really set home for me yesterday, but today it was a little extra. I was actually drawing this out. So yes, I feel like as Eric said, if you're at a 6, you do tend to recruit down. But it's
Mm-hmm.
the changing of the mindset. You can be at that 6 until you are able, so you stay in the car long enough to be comfortable enough to recruit up. And that really hit home for me because I do that. I recruit down thinking I can help change some folks. And also, ask the ones for referrals. And maybe you'll get one out of all of those referrals that they give you. Maybe that referral can help that one come up. So you just never know. So that's my take on that.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you for bringing that in the zone. And let's see. Oh yeah. We got an awesome hand here now, ready to take on the next leg, and we're gonna pass it on. Bring that baton on through the zone to pass it to Mr. E.D. Leco Elijah Pye.
Good morning, good morning. Good morning. Sorry all for coming on late. I got
Good
caught up
morning.
in some other appointments. But Eric, two key points that I take away from what I should share when I came on talking about the level of people that you recruit. You know, there's something that we say in this business. We say you recruit up to go up. And sometimes you recruit down, and that might take you down. But also to strike a balance between and behind every market, there is a market that you don't know. And I have shared before that there's a saying that you are 6 people in between you and every prominent person. So which means you can recruit anybody that will take you to what you're looking for, to your superstar. And something that the other point is about sometimes we feel that we're being used. And sorry, I know, Mr. I try. Let me give me just extra five seconds. Just sometimes we recruit people, and we think that probably we're using that person, or that person think that they are using us. The reason why we are in business is every business is for profit. Every business is for profit. And this guy on the Shark Tank, there's something he always say. He said that if you are in business and you don't know that business is a war, you are going to be a casualty. Business is a war. And if you don't know that, you are going to be a casualty because business is a struggle, it's a fight. And any day that you feel that you are being used, that will always affect your ability to employ the best mind out there, right? I mean, look at, if every employer should feel that they are using their employee, they will not employ you, right? But there's a reason why they employ you. There's a reason why we should go out there and recruit. One is to extend the opportunity. One is also to make profit, because everybody have 24 hours in the day. And if you want more extra hours, you're going to employ another hand. That's why they pay people, they buy their time. So nobody is using anybody in the business, because, back home in those days, right, when the parent will catch the chicken, sorry for those of you who are animal thing, right? They will catch the chicken, they kill the chicken, and they make a soup out of the kitchen. And they always say, what was the purpose of killing the chicken? Is to get a soup from it. So why is the purpose of recruiting and building the business? Is to make profit, is to get the override. So don't ever feel guilty about that, because that is why you work in your butt off every day, so you can make profit in your business. So I'm sorry if I've been all over the place, but business is to make profit, and don't ever feel that way, because if you feel that, you are transmitting a message to the people under you to feel the same about you. And that can paralyze you from moving forward or taking serious action in building your business. Sorry. Thank you for the extra time, Mr. Troy. Back to you.
All right. Now don't feel abused, everybody. You say, why does he get a little extra time? Because it's called running your best players on the track, putting your best players in the game. So when you can run with nuggets instead of just the baton itself, and still produce and actually get around the track and take a whole lot of folks with you, then that's why you get just a little extra time. All right. So the nuggets are always flowing, I tell you. And now we're gonna drop all the nuggets. we're gonna give it to the anchor leg, who knows how to run with everybody's nuggets, and she's gonna give them to you right about now. This is none other than Downtown Rita Brown.
All right. Thank you, Troy. Thank you. I was over here trying to get it together. All right. We started out this morning with doing a recap of the office call from yesterday with Erik. And we talked about the type of people we recruit is based on your mindset. Don't be afraid of going after people that you perceive as above you. Erik also explained how to get the number of AOAs per month. We watched a Myron Golden video that talked about mindsets and methodology that creates mastery. Practice purposely until you practice passively. And it also talked about master stacking, mastering one thing at a time. Okay. This information on our morning calls is vital to our business. Everyone in this business that's successful attend meetings. People 4 and below will drag you down. People 6 and above will run with you. Recruit up. Don't chase the ones that do not want it. We cannot force you to want to do this. If you are ready for business, there are no excuses. Look for people that's like-minded. Everyone has different times to activate. Are you willing to be patient with them? Too small to call it. Too small to call it quits. Our business is not big enough yet to make a decision. We have an opportunity to take our business from $100 to $1 million, from making $500 in 3 years to making $500,000 in the next 2 years. What stops people? It's too small to call it, but we do it anyway. The ego kicks in. What separates the champions from the fans? When the champions don't win, the ego kicks in, but they go get better. That's 5% of the people. 95% of the population, regardless of what it is, when things get tough, the ego kicks in. Instead of getting better, they get out. What's the purpose of going back to school? You go back to school to learn something, to generate more revenue, get more money. Well, give yourself 2 years at Xperia University. Do you come to take notes or did you come for entertainment? We do entertain, but it's also education. Erik did the scale on a scale of 1 to 10. This scale is pertaining to being an agent at Xperia. It's about confidence and mindset. 10 being very, very confident and 1 with no confidence. People see themselves in different ways. How can you tell how they see themselves? By the words they use. Sometimes people do not see this opportunity as a way to get out of their situation. It takes a lot of effort to get a 3 or 4 to move up the ladder. The ladder is how they see themselves. It's not what goes in that defines them, but what comes out. Input determines output. Every occupation does not take everybody. There are requirements here. They have to want to do it and have to believe they can do it. We typically recruit people that we have influence over. You assemble your team. The 6 to 8 person can move up with ease. They show up long enough for it to click. You get to decide how to run your business, and you get to decide how to pick your team. Everybody has an ego. When you start leading a team of leaders, you got to be a great ego stroker. You have to be a good coach with talent and ego. Champions think they are better than the coach. If someone sees themselves as a 1 or 2, you can still onboard them and work with them. See who they know. They may know 5s or 6s or 7s or 8s. If you want to build a big business, recruit 6 and up. And also, when you are working with the 1s and 2s and getting the people they know, you're not using them. You are blessing someone with the opportunity. Until you get 500 to 1,000 agents, your business is too small to call it. Stay out of judgment zone in your business. Keep building it and building it and building it. That's it. That's all.
Thank you, Rita Brown. Troy, you're muted. Mr. Troy, you're muted.
Rita, I think you knocked them out with that one.
There
That
we
was
go.
amazing.
Man. That was a Rita, you are a certified ego stroker, because I'm telling you,
I'm telling you.
I'm just saying I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Because I was going to delete this recording. I'm like, maybe I'm all over the place. Maybe I ain't say nothing of value. I wanted to just delete this recording, and you made it seem like man, like you actually said something, Eric.
Because you did. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
No, like that. Nobody does it like Rita Brown. And she,
You must
like I
ask him,
said,
look,
brings
you said
all the
something.
nuggets and brings them home. With that being said, we thank each and every one of you once again.
Eric, do Erskine.
Yo, listen, coach. Look around, make sure nobody listen. All right.
All right. Back to the major ED himself, Eric Robinson.
Woo, wow. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for today. I'll be in the office, but the office is closed. We got an ED meeting for all the executive directors. Make sure y'all are on the line. Make sure y'all are at the office, okay, or on the line for the training. So we're going to bring it back. So that's the cool thing is we're not going to take the information we get from the ED meeting. We're going to bring it back. So tomorrow I'm going to share some insights on what we learned. This is not a secret society with executive directors. It's just that sometimes we got to make sure we get it. And I'm telling you right now, it was one of my ideas with the ED, the council. I took my own horn because we was on the ELC meeting and James was trying to decide last year, should we do a conference early and then do it like a mini conference online and then do the regular conference in Canada. And I was like, nah, what we need really is an ED boot camp. We need to train some of the executive directors because I'm hearing what y'all was saying. Let's do something to ED boot camp, and then the leaders can go back and teach their teams, right, and get them up and running, and then they'll be ready to go for the conference, and the team can come to the conference. So that's kind of what we're doing now. So he's like, hey, we're going to do this ED boot camp. So the goal is to train us so we can come back and train our team, our organization, right? And then we can everybody comes out to the big conference. So why I'm saying that as executive director, so y'all know, I want y'all to be informed on how we do business here at Xperia, right? But then also to the executive directors, because we got quite a few on the line, to make sure that we're getting trained so we can come back and bring it back to our team. Are y'all with me? It's not for us to get the information and become the champion of secret sauce, right? This ain't the secret book. We need to get this information and bring it back. So I'm calling on the executive directors tomorrow. Be ready. Tomorrow, be ready. Because I'm already letting y'all know. I'm thinking in advance. I'm talking to Dr. Teresa, Nicole, Uncle Jock, any other EDs, that tomorrow's segment, y'all supposed to come back and share what y'all got out of the training. So that's my segment for tomorrow, is have the EDs share what some of their takeaways for this training. Is that cool, y'all? Is that okay? So some of y'all remind them, because I may forget.
Absolutely.
So y'all remind them that I may forget that my segment is going to be the EDs breaking down the boot camp, bringing back the boot camp training. So with that being said, tonight we do have our BTO tonight. Let's pack the house. We got to get to 100. We got to get to 100. Until we get to 100 people. Ladies, I don't care if you call listen, you can get your aunt, uncle, brother, sister. I don't care if y'all got 4 or 5 computers and you log in and the different names, you can do that. Like you got your tablet, you on your tablet, you on your iPad, you on your computer, you on your laptop, you on your desktop. All right. Your kid, take your kids' cell phones. That's right. Your kids got cell phone. Hey, listen, I need your cell phone right now. I need y'all log on to Zoom. All right. We just need to get 100 people on the line. Are y'all catching that? Because once the 100 people get the energy, watch what happens to our business. So tonight, 7 p.m., it's 100. I can't wait till we talking about 200. Right now, we got to get to 100. So it's going to be a barn burner tonight. So please, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We got the BTO. We need everybody. Let's roll. Let's go. With that being said, love y'all. Have an amazing day on purpose.
Thank you.
The Lord be with you.
I'm also with you, sir.